Hey guys, today's video is going to be a foundation first impressions and wear test on the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. So I got the shade Toasted Coconut, which is 240M, and I am a combination skin type. So if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts and opinions on this baby, then simply keep on watching. So guys, you'll be able to find this foundation on Huda Beauty's website. It's also now available in Sephora US and the Sephora Australia website, and I think it's also on Cult Beauty. So I was originally going to order it directly off Huda's site, but when I went to check out and put in my shipping address, the shipping was over $35 and there was no way I was paying for that. So it only took like another week for it to launch on Sephora's website, and they do free shipping. So I waited, and I'm glad I did, because it only took 4 days between ordering and receiving it. Now this foundation retails for 65 Australian dollars, and it has 35 mils or 1.18 fluid ounces, and it retails for $40 US in the US. So it's definitely got a bougie price tag. It ain't no inexpensive foundation, that is for sure. So I have received Huda Beauty PR before, but I did buy this myself. I didn't receive anything in the mail for this one, so I jumped online and grabbed it because I really wanted it. And I know my haters are probably like, wow, Hannah, you finally bought some makeup for yourself, because I feel like that's the biggest critique I get on my social media, is people get really shitty because they're like, you never buy any of your own makeup. And like, I'll be real with you guys, I really don't buy a lot of makeup anymore. I purchase like the odd thing here or there. It's probably like maybe half a dozen products every month. I just get sent such a beautiful, overwhelming amount of makeup as it is. And just remember, YouTube isn't my job. It is still only a hobby for me. I still work full time, so I only have super limited amount of time on the weekends to do this, and I just physically don't have the time to get through all that makeup. So it just doesn't make sense for me to purchase like a crap load of makeup on top of what I already am generously gifted. I'd rather get through what I've been sent first, and anything I desperately want, I do 110% by myself, e.g. this. As soon as I saw, who was it? Cakey, aka Lost Deluxe, her review, her skin, oh, it looks so beautiful, and she's more of a dry skin type, and I figured if it looks that nice on her skin, I wonder what it's going to look like on my skin. So it says it's a velvety full coverage liquid foundation for an airbrush finish. The Faux Filter Foundation is packed with ultra refined pigments that visually erase blemishes, conceal hyperpigmentation, smooth skin, and blur imperfections. The formula blends seamlessly using just one pump for a second skin look. The inclusive range offers a shade for every skin tone and ethnicity. I'm pretty sure she has 40 foundation shades in this range. Now when it comes to foundation reviews, I try to like keep sort of the varying products as minimal as possible, so I know what does and doesn't work for me. So I didn't bother picking up the primer or the brush or anything like that, because I was just like, I'd rather just try the foundation just with my other favorite products. So today I'm going to be using the Hangover Primer by Too Faced, because you guys know this is my favorite for when I'm a little bit on the drier side. So as I was saying in the start of the video, I am a combo skin type, but at the moment I'm definitely more on the dry side. So my skin sort of varies just depending on the weather and the season. So in Australia, we have just come out of winter, so my skin had been so dry. So at the moment, my skin is pretty much blemish free. I had a facial yesterday, so it feels very soft. So I shouldn't have like any dry residue or anything like that left on my face. It's feeling pretty good. The only thing I have is a little bit of pigmentation, as always, because I have a really blotchy face. Typically I find like this bit on the left hand side of my cheek is really hard to cover with foundation, so we shall just see how it goes. Okay, so now it's on my face. Let's talk about the packaging. I really, really like the packaging. So it's not glass, it is plastic, but it looks like glass. Like, it doesn't actually look like it's plastic. And it's just very sleek. It has like this ombre effect at the bottom of it. It's got a really nice sort of square cap lid, and when you remove the lid, we have a pump, which I'm so happy about. I would be pissed if a $65 foundation did not have a pump. And it says, although it dries to a radiant powder finish, if you have oily skin, setting it with a thin layer of translucent powder gives the most incredible, flawless, all-day matte look. Okay, cool. So it doesn't like say we should shake it or anything like that, but I'm going to just regardless, because feel like shaking it just ensures all your pigment is mixed in with the other ingredients. And I'm just going to do my rouge and pump out some pumps onto a compact. Ooh, it's like thick, but still runny. Can you guys see that? So it's like slowly moving down the compact, but it's still quite thick in consistency. I'm going to be using my Sigma Round Kabuki F82 brush. I have a code with Sigma, so if you would like 10% off, you can just use Hannah at checkout. That is an affiliate code, so feel free to use it if you do wish. So I'm just going to do what they suggest and like dab it straight into the product and then like pat it on my face. Color looks pretty good. First thing I notice is wow, very full coverage, and wow, the scent. Don't really like scented foundations, I'm not gonna lie, but this isn't unpleasant. It's like a very subtle hint of like rose smelling. A little bit like old ladies. Don't know, I don't love this smell. Hopefully it dissipates through the day and hopefully the scent doesn't cause any issues around my eyes, because I do have very sensitive eyes, as in like scent really bothers them. Like any really strong smelling fragrance products does bother my eyes, so we'll just see how that goes. But girl, first impressions. 1, how quick was that application on this side of my face? 2, how full coverage does that want to be? I really like how it's applying with the brush too. I don't like to buff my foundations in my skin. I am more of a patting girl, so that is what I'm doing right now, just patting. Wow. So see, when I got the light turned down, you can see it's definitely too dark for my neck, but my fake tan is still developing, so it's going to get darker over the next like 24 hours as well. But I'll be able to fix this up with some powder and some concealer anyway, and it'll look a little bit lighter. So I still think overall the shade's pretty good. Girl, I'm shook at that coverage. And 2 pumps I think is definitely going to be enough. It dries down really quickly as well. Like I can feel it drying and I can see it's matte. Definitely looks matte on my skin. I feel like that covered my pigmentation on that side of my cheeks so well too. So I'm just going to use my Born This Way concealer from Too Faced in the shade Light. This is a light coverage, not light coverage, it covers well, but it's like lighter than my Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm going to use this to highlight my face, and then I'll go back in with some Shape Tape under my eyes probably, just because I have pretty dark under eye circles and I don't like them coming out to play. I prefer them to be covered. And this is what I do, especially if my foundation is a little bit too dark. I just use concealer all around the sort of highlighted points of my face to like lighten it up a little bit. So I'm just using my Fenty Beauty sponge. It's a little bit damp, it's not heaps damp, but it's a little bit damp. I'm just spraying it with some Fix Plus. Okay, it's blending okay. No problems so far, I don't think. That blended really nicely over the top, like nothing's looking cakey. Still a little bit too dark for me, so I'm just going to add a little bit more concealer. I do feel like it looks kind of cakey around where I got a fair bit of facial hair down here, so I might just try spritzing my face with some Fix Plus to give it a little bit of hydration. So I'm going to set my face as I usually would, using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light and my F35 Tapered Highlighter Brush by Sigma. And I'm just going to set under my eyes and like all the sort of places I've highlighted on my face with this powder. And then for the rest of my face, I'm using the same powder but in the shade Medium, and I'm using my F30 Large Powder Brush by Sigma. Okay, I feel like it's already starting to settle down into my skin much nicer now. Okie dokie, so it's nearly 10 a.m, it's 5 to 10, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, put all like my contour, blush, highlighter, eye makeup, all that on, and then I'll come back and check in with you guys. But just based on first impressions after powdering and everything, it is definitely a very matte foundation. It feels very matte on my skin and it looked very matte. I definitely felt necessary to spray my face with some Fix Plus just to give my skin a little bit more hydration, because it was feeling a little bit on the matte side for me. But now I've got my products all set down with my mineralized skin finish. I think it's looking really nice. The only thing is it is definitely clinging to the bum fluff on my face, but as my face warms up that product, that should actually help settle that. So I'll let you guys know what I think when I come back in like an hour once I have the rest of my products on my face. Hey guys, I am back. It has been an hour. I've got the rest of my makeup on and girl, it's looking good. It's looking really good. So as always, I feel like whenever I try matte foundations in particular, like I said just before, I need to allow them to warm up to my skin before I can sense what they look like, because I feel like quite often my makeup doesn't like hit its peak until like I've been wearing it for about an hour. So now it's been on my face for a while. It's looking real good. It's very full coverage. I can definitely like see it on my skin. Like it's not what I would consider like a natural looking foundation, because it's definitely very full coverage on my face. P.S. I overlined the shit out of my lips, and I don't know if I look ridiculous on camera, but in real life, I'm really liking it. So yeah. And I used just my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I used the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette on my eye, and also the Huda Beauty highlighting palette, and I also used a Huda Beauty lip kit. I used the Bikini Babe liquid lipstick and the Angelic strobe on top, and oh girl, this lip combo. I actually love Huda's liquid lipsticks. I don't usually like liquid lipsticks, but I love hers. So I feel like the smell of the foundation, I can't really smell it now it's on my face. I can more smell the lip products because they have like a vanilla sort of scent. So I'm glad that went away, because I do not like the smell of this foundation, but I feel like once it sets down, it goes away anyway, and it doesn't bother my eyes or anything like that. So no dramas there. I just realized I didn't like put liner over my lash glue. Oh my gosh. I'm just kind of obsessed with Huda Beauty. Oh, I didn't even put mascara on. What is wrong with me? Just getting too excited wanting to talk about it. Alright, now that's sorted. I'm just overall super impressed so far with Huda Beauty just in general. I think this foundation is going to be very promising when it comes to wear time. It feels like something that's going to stay on my face nicely throughout the day. So I'll forewarn you, my eyes are probably going to get redder and redder as the check-ins continue. If you're a new face, I suffer with a genetic eye disease, so don't stress. It's just a thing. I always have a disclaimer in the description box, so read that if you're curious. But yeah, the foundation so far. So I'll talk to you guys shortly. Hey guys, so it's 5-hour check-in time. Well, it's nearly 5 hours. As you can see, it is 1:45. Maybe you can't see because my brightness is up so bright, but it is 2:45. So nearly been 5 hours. I haven't eaten anything today. And I cannot believe I'm not even hungry yet. Like, you wait, in 15 minutes I'm going to start dying from starvation. But I just finished filming and I want to show you my skin, because girl, it's looking the goods. It's looking the goods. So the only thing that's come off is I had a sneezing fit before and blew my nose, so some foundation has come off around my nostrils. But as you can see, the forehead shine is pretty in control. Yeah, everything's looking really good on my skin right now. So far I am super impressed. I totally forgot to do like a little flash photography test before, so I might quickly do that now. So BRB, I'll quickly do that and I'll show you if there's any flashback. So I think we are all a-okay on the flashback front, nothing major. It's a little bit bright, but I mean, it's because it's flash photography. It doesn't actually like create a white cast on your face, which is what flashback is. So we're all good on that front, so I will check back in with you guys soon.
I'll come
over to this side.
Oh, what is this?
That's a tripod, baby.
What's it do?
You put a camera on it. You gonna come here?
I want to put a camera on there.
Ready? I'm just gonna talk to the camera for a second, baby.
Why?
Because I just got to do a bit of my video. Hey guys, so I'm just with my little nephew. This is Isaac. So it's actually, the time is, it's nearly 8 o'clock. I don't have my phone with me because I left it in the other room, but I've been with my little nephew all afternoon since like 3 o'clock. So he decided he wanted to have a sleepover at Auntie Hannah's, didn't you?
Yeah.
He was meant to stay at Nana's, but what did you say?
I'm not saying that I want to stay at your house.
So we're just about to get ready to go to bed, but I've had the foundation on now for nearly 10 hours. Yep, nearly 10 hours, and it's still looking really good. Don't know if you guys can see. I might have to update you guys again in the morning just because I'm going to have to get this little rascal ready for bed. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, it's looking pretty good. My forehead's a tiny bit oily, but other than that, it's amazing.
Hannah, can I talk?
Yeah.
I'll see you guys.
So see you guys later.
See you guys later.